about doing our own due diligence. I wanted to do a live a little longer today because I want to really emphasize that, we have our own due diligence to do in our own health journey. And it doesn't mean you have to go extensive. However, I just want to share with you some of the things that I had to do when I came through a cancer diagnosis 13 years ago this year. And one of the things that I had to do is I had to find out for myself. I had to find out about food. I had to find out about the water. I had to find out about my environment, things that I was putting on my body, things that I was exposed to, and things that I was eating. And my mindset was also very key. Where was my mindset? And so we have to do our due diligence. So I want to talk to you today about doing your due diligence in terms of your own individual health journey. And it will be different for every person. That's why it's important to know what works for you and what does not work for you. But there are still some things that are general that across the board will benefit you in the long run in your health journey. So our health and holiness quick tip today comes out of 1 John 4 and 1. It says, "Beloved, test the spirits, for not every spirit is from God." And one of the things that stood out to me about that is that we not only have to test the spirits, and that means what we encounter, whom we encounter, the atmospheres that we walk into, the arenas that we do. Let's now turn that into our health journey. One of the things that we have to test is the things that work for us, the things that are in our food supply. For instance, when I was doing my health journey and I had to start doing a lot of research and I dove in deep because I wanted to understand why my body was attacking itself with this um, cancer diagnosis. And one of the things that I started to discover were things that were actually in the food supply. Most of the antibiotics in this country are not going to humans, they're going to livestock. And so one of the things that antibiotics does to your system, in certain instances, they are good. So I don't want to knock it. However, one of the things that it does to your system is that it really throws off your microbiome in your gut. And one of the things that we have to do in order to regain control of that is get that balance back. And so knowing what's in your food supply is so critical. And now more than ever, we are facing so many things that are trying to control the food supply, the water supply, the air supply. I mean, you hear the planes flying over, and we're being convinced that, yes, that they are, they're actually, just airplanes that are leaving these trails in the sky, and it's not true. There are serious things that are in our air supply, in our water supply, in our food supply that we have to do our own due diligence. And that's what the scripture talks about in 1 John 4 and 1. It says to test the spirits. When we test them, it means that we have to now test the things that are being given to us. We just don't haphazardly take it by, just take it for word of mouth. No, we have to do our own due diligence and do research. Has that been tested long enough? Specifically in the area of, the pharmaceutical industry and the things that are in the food supply and how that affects some of the things that are in our food. So I just want to jump on here. I want to share with you, just a few tidbits that you can do. Some of the things that we put on our bodies, especially women, because we want to, be beautiful, of course. And I love to do it from this atmosphere because I like to be outside. However, let's say, for instance, some of the things that we're putting on our body, we're putting in our hair, we're putting on our face every single day. These are the things that we have to be mindful of. Check the ingredients. I always tell people, if you're buying something to eat, check the ingredients. If you're eating out, make sure you ask questions about how it is prepared. What type of food? Is it organic? Is it grass-fed if you eat meat or poultry? Are they organic? Now, everything doesn't have to be organic. However, it makes a big difference in the pesticides that are used. So I want you to do your due diligence because this health journey is unique to you. And we all have our part to play in doing our own due diligence. So let me know in the comments if you're going to do your due diligence It doesn't have to be extensive, but start from where you are, because this life, this body that we have, it's the only one that we're going to get. It's not a trial run, so we have to do what? Our due diligence. Listen, I will see you guys soon on another video. And listen, I pray that you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. And be sure to remember the scripture in 1 John 4 and 1 to test the spirits. In your health journey, you need to test what it is that you're eating, you're drinking, you're putting on your body, and what's in your environment. And when you do that, it empowers you to now take back your health and march forward. So do your due diligence. And I pray that you have an amazing and amazing and amazing day. Till next time. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing, okay? Yeah, you have a blessed day. And I'll see you on the next video.